Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody back to the Quran Club quiz. I'm your host Talha Ghannam from the Quran Club. Welcome everybody. Inshallah, you know what to do. I'm going to share the screen. You just go ahead and join in the quiz. So you've got the code right here at the top. You've got the website right here as well. Of course, we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure you're joining in as soon as possible, inshallah. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with everybody, share it with a stranger. Tell them this is like the best thing you can do. It's a nice quiz and you're going to have fun. Inshallah, who knows? They might end up becoming Muslim. They shouldn't laugh, actually. Maybe they would. Maybe they'll be so inspired by the quiz, inshallah. And then you get rewarded. How amazing, alhamdulillah. I need to know who are the Shami kids because I can't figure out who it is. And they join every week, mashallah. Let us know. Drop me a message who Shami kids are. We got the Hilbawi kids as well, mashallah. I'm trying to figure out who these kids are. Mashallah, lots of kids. Toby Zaid is with us. Assalamu alaikum. I also saw Yunus Gruninja. Does that mean you're two different people? Who is it? I'm not sure. Lavisha and Harith are back here today. Assalamu alaikum. Quran Club fan! And mashallah, as they say in Arabic, ala ras wal ain, huh? Mashallah, Mustafa, except, is that a different, have I read that wrong? It's spelled like Mustafa. I can't spell that. And the busyness is here as well. Usman Bey, wallah. I've never watched it. I've not conceded because the moment I do, I'm going to be like addicted. Happy Learner is here again, mashallah. We've got, of course, Imran with a wink and smiley face. I like that. They always give a smiley face, mashallah. We've got Maruk and Usman. All the way from Belgium. Are you guys from Belgium? Which are the guys from Belgium? Mashallah. People joining in. Zainab, Zain, Spider-Man, Happy Learner. Who else is here today? Let me think. The Quran Club fan, another Quran Club fan. We've got two Quran Club fans are with us, mashallah. Sayla Bella. I remember Sayla Bella from last week. Inshallah. It's good to see. Someone's called themselves the king. And that's a big claim. If you don't come out top, honestly, we all know the queen is on top. But then the king, of course, is if you kill the king, then you lose, but the queen's more powerful. Interesting. Chess, everybody. But we've got there's lots of variations of Shami kids. Okay, so I don't know if this is the same person trying different answers to make sure they get it right. My arch nemesis is here.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Dun 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 dun. We got him back again. He's always creeping up on us. People are stupid. There's an irony if you're trying to write people are stupid, but it's spelt wrong. So okay, he's gone. They've disappeared. They didn't like that comment. I thought that was brilliant. So we've got it's where you can't mock people. You have to spell it right. If you're gonna write it wrong, then you're shooting yourself in the foot, I'm afraid. We got the Patel sisters, or the Pastel sisters, not the Patel sisters. This background, I can't really read it. Hafia's here. Assalamu alaikum, Hafia. Is Rafi here as well? Inshallah. Who else is with us? Let us know if you're with us today, inshallah. We've got lots of people joining in. For those who are coming in, type in the website www.kahoot.it and then type in the code at the bottom. My cousins are called Pastel Kids. MashaAllah. Toby's 80. But then you've got Toby's 80. That's the thing. I don't get it. There's like one person have 3 accounts or something. Talha is mean. Not being mean. I was reading the name out. You shouldn't have named yourself something horrible. Whoever that is. Dan. Right. Hey, Dan. How you doing? Good to see you. Munayam. Shush. Someone keeps changing their name, I think. Andromeda Shami. MashaAllah. So we've got the Shami family. I hope that's not my family. It would be quite funny if it's my family. If it's my own mum and dad, I don't even know. I can't see them here at the moment. So mashallah, we've got a wide range of people here today. Fifi's with us, mashallah. Is that the Fifi? I got a message from her today, mashallah. Let us know. Is that Nimad? Is that your little niece? Alaikum, welcome to the quiz. Hope you have fun today. It's going to be super, super fun. Mashallah. And you're all very familiar with this. Someone's really not happy. They keep changing their name. We're going to start the quiz very soon. I want you all right now to share this with somebody else, please. So share this with a person outside of this quiz. Remember, Any names that are inappropriate, I'm going to cancel you. You get disappeared because obviously it's a family-friendly quiz. So it can take a bit of fun, of course. Someone's given themselves the name of the trophy. They are a trophy. They are the winner before they are already here. So what is? I've been told that Fifi is here, or Fatima, mashallah. And what's your brother's name? Ask your auntie. Is your auntie Num'a to send me the message, insha'Allah. Good to see so many people. Loads of people here today, 39 players. We've got a whole new round in today's game. I'm actually really excited about it. It's going to be really interesting to see how you go cope. We've got 40 players here today. I'm, of course, rooting for Quran Club fan. The two Quran Club fans. You better do me proud. I'm praying for the day that you end up in top 3, inshallah. Is it Muna I am is boss? I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. But anyway, alhamdulillah. So we're ready to get started. Make sure you've shared this with one more person, and then we're ready to start this quiz. Inshallah, today, of course, I've got my regular co-hosts, Bill.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, we've got Fat Tony.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Alhamdulillah. So they're going to be with us today, joining us in answering and looking through the questions. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. I always forget. There's a countdown after the countdown. Anyway, 2, 1. We're ready to go. So for those who've not joined us before, this is a quiz done by the Quran Club, alhamdulillah. And many of you, of course, are part of this. You're using our app. It's loads of fun. And of course, you can download it right here from the link, www.quranclub.org, or just go to your Play Store and Apple Store and download it. If you haven't heard of it, where have you been living for the last year or years? I don't even know. Everybody's using Quran Club, mashallah. Then we've got here, of course, the Quran Club Challenge.
Mom! Can you please sign me up for the Quran Club Challenge this Ramadan? Please!
Quran Club Challenge? What's that?
It's this cool new feature in the Quran Club app.
I have to read Quran every single day,
and you give me a reward for every day I do it.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. Let's have a look.
Once I've read enough days,
I can buy a cool gift from their shop for Eid.
you can even track my progress from your app to see how much I've read.
Mom, please can you sign us up?
I will sign you up today.
Yay! Yes! Yes!
Sign your kids up to the Quran Club Challenge today and nurture them to love reading Quran.
Alhamdulillah. So that is the Quran Club Challenge. Nurture them to love reading Quran. I know, Fifi, you're on this, mashallah. We finally got it working for you. Yunus Gruninja's on there as well. Harith and Lavish. So many of you are using this. It's so much fun and getting so many people reading the Quran and making it fun. You not only reading Quran and earning rewards, of course, from your parents, but you get the bigger reward from Allah for reading that. So sign up your kids. If you need any help, you can contact us on the email here at the bottom, support@quranclub.org. We'll also want to thank our sponsors, Class Tutor Online. They are, of course, offering premium, top-notch tuition at just £8 an hour. They've got people all the way from the best universities. They only hire the best. And they do lessons for people from year 7 all the way to university, actually. But at the moment, they've got mainly people for A-levels, alhamdulillah. Just £8 an hour, brilliant price, brilliant value. And thank you for them because they really support the Quran Club and what they're doing. So, of course, we do this quiz every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Yunus Gruninja has been sending us loads of messages saying that he is going to be joining in with us. I love it when I see people excited to join the quiz and seeing people there, mashallah. So join us, put it in your schedule, put it in your calendar, block it out. Say, I'm not meeting anyone at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. But we're about to start the quiz. Now, for those who've not joined us before, you can have the Quran in front of you. Okay, you can have the Quran, you can check your answers, you can make sure you get it right. But the fastest answer gets the most points. Okay, so you don't want to do this too slow, but at the same time, you want to make sure you get it right. If you get it wrong, the winner last week got the most right answers. So if you get something wrong, you're not going to win. So make sure you get it right and as much as possible. But of course, it's the taking part, making sure that you learn that matters. The second thing to mention is there is a 10-second delay. Okay, so that means you've got to answer the question before the final, let's say 10, 15 seconds are up. Everybody faces that. That's just because of the internet. And that's just the way it works, unfortunately. So I hope that's all good with you. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's start. So this is how well do you know Juz' 20? Wow, we've already gone through 10 chapters of the Quran. How incredible is that? Let's go. This is an open-ended question. How many surahs, full or part, are in this Juz'? So you've got to type in your answer right now and then press submit. How many surahs, full or part, are in this Juz'?
I think it's 372.
Bill, there's not even 370 surahs in the Quran. How on earth can it be 370? Bill, honestly, you need to work on his maths. But make sure you go and check in the Quran. It can be in full or in part. How many surahs are in this Juz'? So make sure you answer it. Make sure you're typing it in right now, getting it the right answer. Look at this. You're learning so much about the Quran. You're really building up your knowledge, which is incredible. Because really, how many of you would know how many Juz' or even in the Quran, let alone how many surahs in the Juz'? Inshallah, it's incredible. So, people answering.
I know how many Juz' are in the Quran. There's 67.
But Bill, there's not even. But Bill, look, go and open the Quran and check. Yeah? You're the one that's going to be getting it all wrong. But look, 43 people have answered, and of course the answer is 3. And 31 of you got that right. So make sure you're checking. Because remember, answering it right is the most important thing. Lots of people got that wrong, actually. SubhanAllah. Spider-Man is in number 1. Magic Unicorn in number 2. Yahya is back with us today at number 3. The King. Wow. Not too far away in number 4. And Maruch and Usman, regular features in the top 5, are in number 5. MashaAllah. Next question. Multi-select for this one. So double points. Which surahs are contained in this Juz'? Take all the ones that are correct. So which ones are in this Juz'? Okay, so make sure you take. Oops. I'd realize it's probably too loud. You can't even hear me. All right, that should be better, inshallah. So which surahs are in this Juz'? Make sure you take all the correct answers. Make sure you're ticking them as well as fast as you can, but make sure you get it right. That's the important thing. Some people are getting it wrong, and then it ends up being wrong for everybody. So, well, not for everybody, for you. But we want to make sure you get it right, inshallah, and we want to make sure you're doing this correctly. So, which Juz' which surahs are contained in this Juz'? I found this picture. It's quite cool, isn't it? You got this guy that's trapped inside it. So, not that you get trapped by the Quran. So you see, once the 10 seconds starts going, that's it. You can't answer. The thing's finished because there's a 10-second delay. So the music is too loud. I'm sorry. Yeah. We've reduced the music. SubhanAllah. But of course, it is Al-Qasas and Al-Ankabut. For a second, I thought I got it wrong. Al-Qasas and Al-Ankabut. Alhamdulillah. 38 people got the first one, but you missed out the second. Remember, it's a multi-select. You've got to click all the ones that are correct. Alhamdulillah. Oof. Sailor Bella has come out of nowhere into first place. Quran Club fan. Look at the smile on his face. Alhamdulillah. Yahya is in second place. Maruch and Usman. And Rida Mujahid, the same features. But, guys, everybody give a clap to Zayn Spider-Man. He climbed 32 places. I didn't even know there were 32 places to climb. But they climbed it, mashallah. That's amazing. Next question. There's a multi-select, so collect all the ones that are right. And it's for double points again. Which surahs in this Juz' are named after an animal? Is it Al-Qasas, Al-An'am, Al-Naml, or Al-Ankabut? Which one is named after an animal? And remember, it's in this Juz'. Don't just click all of them. Click the ones that are in this Juz'. So you don't get so you don't get caught out.
Is there a surah called The Cat?
No, because that cat is in English. Bill's not on it today. He seems to be struggling. He thought there's anyway. Remember, the surah names are going to be in Arabic, but you got to translate them into English, right? So, of course, you might not know what these mean, but then you should have done your homework. I've seen lots of people doing lots of studying, looking at this beforehand, and learning the answers. So, how are you all getting on? Wow, 39 answers come in already. People are on the ball and making sure you get this right. Oof, 41. I love that little raccoon picture in the middle. I've picked some cool pictures today. Alhamdulillah. 44 answers in. And 35 people got a Naml right and Al-Ankabut. Now, Al-An'am is It means cattle, which is an animal, but it's not in the juz'. And al-qasas is in the juz', but it's not an animal. So for either of those, you would have got that wrong. Oh, Quran Club fan is in number 1. Every time I say that, I jinx it. So look, no pressure, but you got to deliver today, yeah? Yahya is in number 2. I'm not biased at all, but we want Quran Club fan to win. Everyone wants Quran Club fan to win. Alhamdulillah. Sayla Bella is in number 3 with a unicorn and a love heart. MashaAllah. Ridhan Mujahid number 3 and Marukh and Usman number 4. It's so good to see our regulars here. The king is her highest climber, but will he climb all the way to the top? Question. So, next question. Is a multi-select again. Lots of double points in this game. Which story is described in Surah Al-Qasas? Is it Al-Ankabut, Al-An'am? I think that's a mistake, this question. I'm skipping that one. So the computer was playing up today, so no one gets any points for that. So don't worry. Oh no, I've ruined everyone's combo break. They welcome everybody who's not been to these quizzes before. There's always at least one mistake that I do. It just shows that I'm human. Alhamdulillah. So apologies. I don't even know what happened there. I actually named things, but they change. The answers change by themselves sometimes. So this is the next question. A multi-select. I'm hoping this is correct. Insha'Allah. Which surah begins with Ta, Sin, Mim? I'm not sure why it's a multi-select. So I'm hoping it's not, because there's only one answer here. Is it Al-Qasas, Al-An'am, Al-Ankabut, or Surah Musa? So I'm praying that this is the right answer. I check these. I swear, I go through these all the time. But alhamdulillah.
See, Talha, it's not just me that makes mistakes, it's you that makes them as well. See, Allah punished you for taking the mick out of me.
That's true, but I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at you at all. But you see, everybody makes mistakes, even me. Alhamdulillah. And this is, of course, teaching us a lesson. But which surah begins with the letters Ta, Sin, Mim? Of course, you can read the Quran, you can open it, you can check the surahs, go to them. We're in chapter 20 today. Check which surah we are in. For anyone who's joining late, you can join the game by going to kahoots.it and then clicking the game pin here at the bottom, or typing in that game pin, which is 9441292. And the correct answer is, of course, Al-Qasas, which, alhamdulillah, I didn't trick you with by putting a multi-answer. Excellent. Now, I remember why I put a multi-answer, because there's another surah that begins with Ta, Sin without the meme. And there's another surah that begins with Alif, Lam, Mim, but without, well, of course, it's a broken letter. But alhamdulillah, people are doing good. Yahya has jumped into first place. Quran Club fan, what's going on? Like, you got to rep us here, yeah? Sayla Bella. Who's Sayla Bella? That's quite a cool name, actually. Sayla Bella. What does that mean? And Ridha, Mujahid, and Marud. You've got to watch out for those two, because they just climb in the last round. In the last round, you'll find them going up to first place or second place. You can never write them off. Nusayba, are you taking part today? We're looking out for you to see if you're going to be top 5. Omar and Awan, are you there today? Let us know if you're taking part, inshallah, and how you're getting on. So, this is a puzzle question. Double points. There's lots of double points today. Place these surahs in the order they appear in the Quran from beginning to end. An-Naml, Al-Ankabut, Al-Qasas, or Shu'ara. Place these in the order that they appear in the Quran from the beginning of the Quran to the end of the Quran. Alhamdulillah. So make sure. We've got Muhammad Shamim has joined us today. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Shamim. Good to see you with us today. Alhamdulillah. So many people here. The chat's a bit quieter today. It's not live. Usually it's popping off and I have to check it all the time. But good to see people focusing today. They've got their mind on. They're making sure they get it right. And they're making sure everything is spot on. Alhamdulillah. So place these surahs in the order they appear in the Quran from beginning to end. An-Naml, Al-Ankabut, Al-Qasas, and Al-Shu'ara. 31 answers in. You've got to type it, and then you've got to press enter before the time is up. And the time is up once it gets to about 12 seconds. So make sure you do that beforehand. Oof. Only 58% of people got it right. It is Al-Shu'ara, then An-Naml, then Al-Qasas, then Al-Ankabut. Lots of people rushing the answers today. Make sure, last week we had lots of correct answers. Make sure you open the Quran and check your answers before you put them in. Insha'Allah. Oh no! Quran Club, I jinxed you. But the king is the highest climber. Shami family have made an entry into the top 5. Rida, Mujahid, and Maru. I told you watch out for them, but Yahya is really still at the top. But it's really tight actually today. It's incredibly tight. Not much of a difference between people there. Alhamdulillah. Right, so that's the end of the first round. Take a breather. Or not quite, because we're about to start the second one. This one is find the ayah. So we're going to show you an ayah of the Quran. We'll either show you the ayah and you'd have to tell us which surah it's in, or we'll show you the surah and you have to find where or which number that ayah is in. Okay, so you can have the Quran in front of you. Make sure it's ready and waiting to find the right answer, and you can flick through. Now, at this point, unless you're a super hafiz who knows all your Quran like the back of your hand, you'll probably be on a level playing field. So let's see how you will get on. Which surah in this juz' is this ayah in? Alif Lam Mim. I forgot about my echo. Alif Lam Mim. I love that. I can actually just do that as just passing time, alhamdulillah. So is it An-Naml, Al-Ankabut, Al-Qasas, or Al-Baqarah? So which surah in this juz'? I think that, yeah, that does make sense. I was reading that does make sense. Which surah in this juz' is this ayah in? Is it An-Naml, Al-Ankabut, Al-Qasas, or Al-Baqarah? Make sure you type in your answers as quick as possible and get in your thing here. 43 people have already answered it. That's incredible. Alhamdulillah. But make sure you all click it in time and get in your answers. The 44 people. Alhamdulillah. Good to see we've got more people today. We're growing gradually, but let's get it shared and get as many people with us every week, insha'allah. So it is the answer, of course, is Al-Ankabut. Now, Al-Baqarah has the words Alif Lam Mim, but it's not in this juz'. You have to read the question. Make sure you get it right? So it's not in the juz'. It's only in juz' 20. So you have to be careful to get that right. Now, those of you who've joined and are online, don't share your answers on the chat, especially if your answers are wrong. You're going to confuse everyone. So make sure you type in. If you joined late, go to Kahoot, www.kahoot.it, and I'll drop it in the chat. Type in the code at the bottom, and then you can join in, inshallah. So next question. Well, firstly, let's see the rankings. Rida Mujahid have taken over from Yahya. It's a really tight round. Andromeda Shami is back in the game with 3 in a row, mashallah. So lots of competition here, lots of changing places. Darth Vader, now you haven't eluded us, so I can see you right there in 4th place, yeah. Alhamdulillah. Which surah is this ayah 65 in? Put the echo in. قل لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض الغيب إلا الله وما يشعرون أيان يبعثون. Alhamdulillah. Is it in Surah Al-Naml, Surah Al-Ankabut, Surah Al-Qasas, or Surah Al-Ahzab? Which surah is this 65? Now you can go to ayah 65 and find it. Go to each of those surahs and check which one it's in. Now, of course, we said before there's only 3 surahs in this juz', but I can bring an ayah from any bit because otherwise it gets too hard. No, Aisha Chowdhury has joined us. Assalamu alaikum, Aisha Chowdhury. I didn't see you here with us. MashaAllah. So, read the ayah again. قل لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض الغيب إلا الله وما يشعرون أيان يبعثون. Where is this ayah in the Quran? It is, of course, Surah An-Naml. Wow, 28 if you got that right. It's good to see when the majority of people getting it right. That's really encouraging, alhamdulillah. Rida Mujahid still at the top. Muaz is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Muaz, amazing. Well done. Of course, it's not about where you end up in the top 5, because some of these people in the top 5 are adults, mashallah. But if you, according to your friends, are in that level, that's amazing. It's really impressive. In Surah An-Naml, which verse is this? فانظر كيف كان عاقبة مكرهم أنا دمرناهم وقومهم أجمعين. Is it verse 45, 40, 51, or 37? فانظر كيف كان عاقبة مكرهم أنا دمرناهم وقومهم أجمعين. It just sounds so much better with echo. I can sit here entertaining myself, alhamdulillah.
Can I try, please? I really want to try it with the echo. Ooh.
Okay. We're not getting you reading Quran, Fat Tony, because you're going to be doing weird things, and the Quran needs to be respected. Subhanallah. But you got to play a bit of the echo. MashaAllah. Fat Tony is joining us in the building. Of course, Surah An-Naml has this verse on ayah number 51. 25, if you got that right. So alhamdulillah. How is everyone doing? Fifi, how are you getting on? How's your brother getting on? Are you all enjoying this quiz? Alhamdulillah. Let's see. Quran Club fan is back in the top 5. I got more excited than everyone else. But Spider-Man is back with an answer streak of 3 as well. We're all rooting for Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Alhamdulillah. But Rida Mujahid really right there at the top, but not much between them. There is literally one round in this between everybody. So you just have to continue being the fastest, inshallah. Next one. In Surah Al-Ankabut, which verse number is this? أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا كَيْفَ يُبْدِئُ اللَّهُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ إِنَّ ذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ يَسِيرٌ. Is it verse 21, verse 25, 19, or 13? I'm going to read it again because, to be honest, I really enjoy it and it sounds amazing. أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا كَيْفَ يُبْدِئُ اللَّهُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ إِنَّ ذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ يَسِيرٌ.
So, is it verse 21, 25, 19, 30, 75, or 22?
Wait, you just gave 2 more. The last 2 weren't even on the options. You only got 4 options. Bill, always getting something wrong. But I'm not going to mock you. I'm going to just let you slide, alhamdulillah, Bill. Because Bill, we love you, mashallah. And Yunus Greninja loves you as well. He said so himself. So, which one is it? It is, of course, verse 19. 26 if you're getting this right. Make sure you check before you tap. Make sure you go to the Quran, find the ayah, and click the right one. Don't rush it. Make sure you're taking your time and typing in the right one. Quran Club fan and Sailor Bella making a comeback into the top 5. It's a tough round. Lots of people making a mistake there. Open-ended. This one you got to type in. This is a double points one. It's a bit harder. In Surah Luqman, I forgot to change the ayah number. This is not in Surah Luqman. This is in Surah Al-Qasas. So apologies. There's second mistake of today. Surah Al-Qasas, everybody. فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. This is Surah Al-Qasas, everybody. I wrote that wrong. This is incorrect, the name. Inshallah, you guys have figured that out. You've got more time for this round because you have to search for it. Where is this ayah? So have a look and find in the Quran. I swear sometimes I do make the changes, but for some reason, because I copy it from the bit before, sometimes it doesn't update because it's all on the internet. That's what I found out. My wife testifies to that, alhamdulillah. So where is this ayah? I'll read it again. فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. Beautiful ayah this is. A very, very beautiful ayah. I'll tell you a bit more about it, inshallah, in a second. But can you all let me know how you find it? Now, for those of you typing on the chat, of course, YouTube filters some of the chat, so some of your chat doesn't get through. So make sure you only type in the things that are good to type, because, of course, we've got lots of people here taking part. 43 people have typed in an answer. Alhamdulillah. It is, of course, I'm hoping I've got the right answer at least. 24 and 26 of you got that right. Whew. Disaster averted, except I put the wrong surah name. So apologies if you got confused a bit there, but Surah Luqman is not in this juz'ah, and apologies for the typo. Oh, Mustafa has jumped out of nowhere into 4th place, but the top 3 are really pulling away now. But it's anyone's game. It can change at any point here. SubhanAllah. So We want to thank again our sponsors. Alhamdulillah, at Class Tutor Online, they're offering premium tuition, top-notch tuition, lessons for your kids from year 7 all the way to year 13 at just £8 an hour. All the tutors go for the best universities. They're in really good jobs and they're very experienced at teaching as well. So sign up your kids, your brothers, your family. Sign up the people today. They're helping the Quran Club a lot. They're sponsoring this. Alhamdulillah. We also have the Quran Club Challenge, which many of you, of course, are taking part in. Nurture your kids to love reading Quran by giving them a prize for reading regularly. Alhamdulillah. It's a really beautiful way to teach them about the rewards of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and of course, getting them to be the habit of reading the Quran daily. Now, this is the next round. Okay, so paying attention, this is a brand new round. So we're going to look at this ayah. It's going to be slightly different, okay? So you're going to read this ayah in Surah Al-Qasas above. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. Let's see how much of it you can remember. There's a memorization one, okay? So we're going to read it out. It goes, فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. Now, the hope is at the end of this round, you would have memorized this ayah. So you're going to be writing this, memorizing this. Now, at this point, you've got to try and memorize this. Okay, so you don't want to be looking at your Quran where possible. You want to try and have this in front of you, insha'Allah, and try and memorize it as much as possible. Okay, so since Surah Al-Qasas, we're going to show you some pixelated photos. So this ayah will be there, but it will only reveal itself slowly. And then you have to answer the suitable questions accordingly. So I hope that's clear. You're going to see this ayah. You're going to be asked about this ayah, and we're going to check how well you've memorized it. Let's go. How does the verse begin? So it's hidden, but you see, فَسَقَى رَبِّي تَوَلَّى فَقَالَ. How does the verse begin? فَسَقَى رَبِّي تَوَلَّى فَقَالَ. And you can see it's gradually revealing itself. So you're picking up more hints. The earlier you get it, the more marks you get. It's a brand new round. Let us know what you think of this round. It's a new idea we had. We want to experiment with it. It's revealing itself gradually, but where does it land? فَسَقَى رَبِّي تَوَلَّى فَقَالَ. So by now, of course, you can see the ayah and you can read it off the screen, but now you can be paying attention to try and memorize it. It's all doing memory games to try and learn this dua. This is a very beautiful dua. It's a prayer of Musa alayhi salam. And this dua, if you learn it, you can make dua whenever you're desperate for something. You make this dua, Allah will give it to you. So how does this verse begin? You can see it right now. You can look at the first word and copy it, insha'Allah. That's where everyone should be getting this right unless you tap too quickly. There's, of course, fasaqa. Very good. So 36 if you got that right. That's incredible. Hope you guys have understood how this game works. So, Fifi is making a comeback. She's got 3 right in a row. Fifi, that's incredible. Well done. I'm really proud of you, mashallah. But Quran Club fan is making his way back. I'm watching him or her, whoever that is. But they're a cool dude because they got a cool dude emoji there. Which word does the dua of Musa begin with? Fasaqa Rabbi Tawalla Faqala. Which word does it begin with? Which one of those, again, is revealing itself slowly? You've got to remember it. How did that dua begin? You want to memorize this dua. Now it's slowly revealing itself. The pictures are random. The quicker you answer it, the more marks you get. So the quicker your memory is, the more marks you're getting. How does this dua of Musa alayhi salam begin? Is it fasaqa Rabbi tawalla or faqala? And by this point, the picture's all showing. So of course you can all see it by now. Maybe we should make the time shorter in this round, but make sure everyone's tapped in. So some people I think may have left, but it is of course a Rabbi. It's not fasaqa. So correct answer. Lots of people confusing with the previous one. It's not the ayah, it's the dua. The dua begins at Rabbi. Okay. Which I mentioned in the last round if you're paying attention. So, alhamdulillah, 3 people got an answer streak of 7, which is an amazing achievement. Which word is not contained in the verse? So which word is not here, not in that verse? Ba'du lahuma khayrin anzalta. Which word is not contained in the verse? Ba'du lahuma khayrin anzalta. Let us know what you're thinking of this round. Give some feedback. If you like this new idea, then drop us a shout. Alhamdulillah, we've got over 50 people taking part, which is amazing. Which word is not contained in the verse? Of course, by now you can check your answer looking at the ayah, making sure you get the right answer. It's a new round, this is. It's interesting. So, reading it, making sure you get the right answer, and typing it in, alhamdulillah. Is it ba'du lahuma khayrin or anzalta? 38 answers all in. So, it is, of course, ba'du. 32 people got that right. Amazing stuff. Well done, everybody. Quran Club fan is climbing up the ranks. Not that I'm biased at all. Ertugrul Ghazi is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Ertugrul's with us, the famous Ertugrul that everyone's watching, mashallah. Next question. Multi-select again. What is the surah and verse number of the ayah? So you're going to type in 2 things here. Al-Qasas 28, 24, and Naml. Which is the surah number and the verse number of this ayah? Type that in. Make sure you get this right. You got plenty of time. The thing is revealing itself slowly again. But inshallah, a tough round this is. But hopefully you're learning this ayah. So by now you can all see it. And I'm going to read it out loud to everyone because I want to hear the echo. فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. Doesn't it sound so good? Alhamdulillah. It's the beauty of the Quran. فسقى لهما. Which verse number and surah number is this? Hopefully you were all paying attention to the bits I was saying before. It is, of course, Al-Qasas and verse 24. So many of you getting that right. Alhamdulillah, good to see. No change in the top 5, but 5 players have an answer streak of 11. That's 11 correct answers. And of course, I skipped one. So maybe you've got all of them right. I don't know. It's a puzzle this time. Double points. Put these words in the correct order. Rabbi inni lima anzalta. Put these in the correct order. Okay? So, Rabbi inni lima anzalta. Put these in the correct order and make sure you tap in correctly. So this is seeing how much of you remember. This dua of Musa alayhi salam is a very powerful dua that you can make. It's a dua you make when you're desperate. Musa alayhi salam did this after he'd fled from Pharaoh who was after him. He arrived and he looked after these 2 women who needed help because their sheep needed watering and there were too many men around and they couldn't get through. So Musa helped them alayhi salam and he became so exhausted he just fell underneath a tree, exhausted, suffering from the long journey that he had to aspire, and he made this dua. And what is the beginning of this dua? Rabbi inni lima anzalta. So many of you putting in the answers by now, alhamdulillah. And of course, you got that right. Now, it's really weird. It says it's meant to randomize it, but it had it in the right order. I couldn't really say anything already. It was already in the correct order. So that's a very odd coincidence. Alhamdulillah. Lots of you getting that right. Now, amazing. If by the end of this, you've memorized this dua, that would be incredible. Because that is a big, big achievement. And something the quiz has helped you do. Another double point one. Put these in the correct order. Part 2. Min ilayya faqirun khairin. Put these in the correct order as you see them in the Quran, as they make the dua. So let's see how much of it you memorized. Min ilayya faqirun khairin. What order do they appear inside the Quran? What order do they appear in that dua? There's the second part of that dua, so you should be memorizing it, you should be learning it, making notes, and then of course getting the reward for memorizing it. So Musa alayhi salam made this dua, and after he made this dua, Allah Azza wa Jalla sent him not only a wife, he got married, he got money, he got a place to live for 10 years. Musa alayhi salam was given so much from a simple dua. So if you make this dua when you're desperate, when you need something, Allah Azza wa Jalla will give it to you. So that's a really powerful dua. That's why I'm asking you to memorize it. Put these in the right order. Min ilayya faqirun khairin. The correct answer is, of course, ilayya min khairin faqir. Now, obviously, it's English, so they put it from left to right. Ilayya min khairin faqir. Well done, everybody. Lots of people getting it right. Lots of people participating. So much fun. Alhamdulillah, good to see. So, the final round is here. And we've got, of course, a surah for you all to read with me today. It is, of course, Surah Al-Qasas. It's the end of Surah Al-Qasas. It's a nice surah this is today. Surah Al-Qasas means literally the story, and it describes the story of Musa alayhi salam. Yeah, there's lots of stuff about Musa alayhi salam, and it's all there within this. So, in the story, it says, now for those of you who've not been here before, you can make notes, you can write down the things we hear. This is really about how much you can learn, how much you can remember from what we're about to read, and you're going to be quizzed about this. Okay, so you need to remember all the details and see how much you remember. So, the smugness of Qarun, the rich Israelite. Qarun was from Musa's people, but unkind to them. We gave him so much treasure that the keys alone would have weighed down a dozen or so strong men. His people told him, do not be proud of your wealth. Allah dislikes those who brag. Instead, use some of what Allah has given you to secure your place in the final home, i.e. Jannah. At the same time, not losing your share of this world. Because when you give sadaqah, Allah doesn't diminish your wealth. Allah gives you more. Treat others as well as Allah has treated you. And do not wreak havoc in the land. Allah dislikes those who wreak havoc. Qarun said, I've been given it because my expertise and knowledge. Didn't he realize that Allah destroyed people of previous generations who are far stronger and wealthier than him? The guilty won't be asked about their sins. A lesson for those who envied Qarun. So one day he went about among his people, dressed in his finery, and those who yearn for this worldly life said, oh, if only we had been given the same as Qarun. He's most fortunate. They began to be jealous. They were like, I wish I had that. I wish I had what Bill Gates had. I wish I had what these famous people have. You mean to envy them. You're wishing. These people were envying him. But those who had been given knowledge said, woe to you. Allah's reward for believers and the righteous is better. The patient will achieve that. So Allah's going to give you even more. Why do you want this thing? We say Allah's going to give you better. He's going to give you Jannah. So we made the earth swallow him and his mansion. There was no rescue party to help him besides Allah, nor was he able to protect himself. Those who only the other day had longed to be in his place said, alas, it seems Allah gives in abundance to whichever of his servants he pleases, and in strict measure. If Allah hadn't been gracious to us, he might have destroyed us too. Alas, it's apparent the ungrateful fail. Such is the final abode. We grant it to those who desire neither grandeur nor wreak havoc in the land. And the best outcome is for those mindful of Allah. Anyone who does good deeds will be generously rewarded with something wonderful. And anyone who does evil deeds will be rewarded for what they did. So I hope you've made lots of notes. Inshallah, we'll go back into the quiz. Can you remember what this in Surah Al-Qasas has told you? Now, those of you who want to do this quiz later on, we share the link here to the passage so you can read that as well. Alhamdulillah. Let's go. Which person is the story in this passage about? Haman, Musa, Qarun, or Pharaoh? Who was this story about? Was it Haman, Musa, Qarun, or Pharaoh? Who was this story about? Wow, message. People tapping away. They just had a that's what the clicks were, mashallah. So lots of people clicking away, and it's So many of you, mashallah, are getting the right answer, I'm sure, because you were paying attention and you were learning all these things, mashallah. So, which person in this story, or which person is this story in this passage about? It is, of course, Qarun, and so many of you got that right. It's not about Musa alayhi salam. Musa is not mentioned in that passage. Although all of these people are contemporaries. Musa was the prophet that came to warn Haman, Pharaoh, and Qarun. They were friends, they were peers. Rida Mujahid still number 1. 5 players have got an answer streak of 14. Quran Club fan hanging in there on 4th place. We believe in you. You're only 200 points behind Marukh and Osman. No offense, Marukh and Osman. I want him to get in top 3. Alhamdulillah. What items needed a dozen men to carry? His clothes, his food, his keys, or his treasure? Which items needed a dozen men to carry? Was it his clothes, his food, his keys, or his treasure? Loads of you, wow, I can see people really were paying attention in that thing today, learning lots of messages. Alhamdulillah. They were carrying it, not just like these 2 men, a dozen is over 12 people, right? Lots and lots of, imagine people carrying this thing. What was that thing? Was it his clothes? Was it his food? Was it his keys? Was it his treasure?
I think it was his car.
That's okay. We'll leave it there. I don't think it's the car because that's not one of the 4 options. But which one was it though? Let's see who can answer. Those of you, make sure you tap in your answer soon, quick, as soon as possible. Inshallah. We've got his clothes, his food, his keys, or his treasure. Which one was it? It is, of course, his keys. And so many of you got that right. Alhamdulillah. Amazing. Ertugrul Ghazi is back with an answer streak of 3, but the top 5 is really not changing. It's up tight there. It's close. Why did Qarun think he had been given so much money? He was smart. He worked hard. He was lucky. Or it was from Allah. Which one did Qarun think he had been given so much money? He was smart. He worked hard. He was lucky. But it was from Allah.
When I was young, I used to have lots of money. And then I bought lots and lots of sweeties. And I became Fat Tony. That's why they call me Fat Tony.
Oh, really? That's an interesting story, but not sure quite why it's relevant here, Fat Tony, but thank you for sharing. Why did Qarun think he had been given so much money? Drop us a line if you guys are here, still with us in the quiz and enjoying this, how you're finding this, how your answers, are the questions hard or easy? Alhamdulillah. Which was it? Why did Qarun think he had been given so much money? It is, of course, he thought he was smart. He thought he was intelligent. But what was the correct answer? It was that it was from Allah Azza wa Jal, of course. But he didn't know that, and he, of course, suffered because of it. Oof, Sayla Bella has taken into 5th place. I think it's very tight between 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's really tight places there. Let's see what happens next. What happened to Qarun in the end? He repented. He lost his money. The earth swallowed him, or he moved away. Which one? He repented, he lost his money, the earth swallowed him, or he moved away. Hello. This is a text message for Yunus Greninja to say thank you for taking part in the quiz, and we are happy that you like it. Thank you. That was an incoming text message for Yunus for sharing his love of the quiz. Alhamdulillah. The earth, of course, swallowed him. Alhamdulillah. Lots of you got that right. MashaAllah. Time it so quick, actually. And you're getting that right. Now, he did lose his money. They did all these other things, but the verse mentioned that the earth swallowed him. Not much change there in the top 5. But Toby Zaidi is getting back in the game. He got 3 right in a row now. Alhamdulillah. That is a multi-select. So double points. How did people see him? They ignored him. They were patient. They were jealous, or they learned not to be arrogant. How did people see him? What did they see in him when he did this? Did they ignore him? Did they just mind their own business? Were they patient? Were they jealous? Or they learnt not to be arrogant? So, which one of these is it? It's a tough question, this one. For multi-points, is going to differentiate who's going to be in the top 5. No pressure at all. There's lots of people in that picture. Bonus points if you can count how many people in that picture. But only do after you finished. Lady joke, you don't get any bonus points. But how many people, or how did people see him? Did they ignore him? Were they patient? Were they jealous? Or did they learn not to be arrogant? Type in your answer as quickly as possible. Time's almost up. Alhamdulillah. We of course have 3 things. They of course were patient when they saw him, which lots of you forgot. That's going to be interesting. Because of course when they saw him initially, some people were jealous, some people said they have to be patient. And then after, at the end, when they learned not to be arrogant. That was the lesson that they learned. So there's lots here that's going to be thing. Let's see how many of you got that right. It's going to be interesting. Oof. The tension's building here right now. Oh no! Maruk is knocked out. Quran Club fans in 3rd place. Sayla Bella jumped in to 4th, and Mustafa is in 5th. It's a really tight there between them all. That's a tough one, that is. That's tough. Now, of course, no need to answer for this. This is the Quran Club Challenge. A reminder for you to sign up your kids for the Quran Club Challenge. And of course, to support us, or if you need any help with supporting us, to do that, just send us an email or contact me and I can help you. We offer 4 free coaching sessions for those who sign up in the initial trial. So we'll give you 4 free coaching sessions. It's really helpful. Lots of kids have really enjoyed it. And of course, we do this quiz every single Tuesday. So make sure you're always there. And thank you to our sponsors, Class Tutor Online, who are supporting the Quran Club and helping us fund the work that we're doing. Make sure you visit them at www.classtutor.online. It's just £8 an hour for the best tuition that you can get. Oh, wait. There's a bonus question. Bonus question. Bonus round. Which surahs are in this juz'ah? Let's see who can catch you out. Let's see who can get to the top. Is it Al-Ankabut, Al-Furqan, Al-Qasas, or Al-Naml? It's not ending. It's not finished. It's a bonus round. So those of you who left early might lose your spot. Paying attention. Alhamdulillah. 17 of you still with us. Type in your answer. Which surahs are in this juz'ah? Is it Al-Ankabut, Al-Qasas, Al-Naml, or Al-Furqan? Type in your answers quickly. Alhamdulillah. Good to see people enjoying the quiz, staying right to the end. But make sure you're paying attention, because it wasn't the end. Usually we finish it there, but we're going to keep it one more round. So 33 people have answered. So, wow. It is, of course, Al-Ankabut, Al-Qasas, and Naml. 5 people left too early. Let's not hope it wasn't the winners. Let's see what happens now. Quran Club fan is in 3rd place. Yahya is in 2nd place. And Rida Mujahid in 1st place. That's an amazing job. Sayla Bella and Andromeda Shami is in 5th place. Well done, everybody who took part. Quran Club fan is climbing up those ranks. He's in 3rd place. Alhamdulillah. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you fill in the feedback and show your answers as you're getting them. Are you enjoying this? Did you find that game fun? Let us know how you found it. Now, of course, we do this every single week. I want you to let all your friends know so that we can join in and have more people taking part every single week. And we're here, me and my good friend Bill.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, me, Fat Tony.
And me, Talha, are with you every single week. So we're going to be hosting this. We want you to join us at 7 p.m. every single week. Sumaya Yahya says, congratulations to Rida Mujahid. That's a very noble thing to do, to give congratulations. But make sure you share this with as many people as you can. Alhamdulillah. I've been your host, Talha Ghannam, signing off.